guys, welcome back to my channel. How are you all today? So I've just done a quick little get ready with me. I'm going out today, so I just thought I would do a nice makeup look and testing out a few newish products. So I used the Modern Renaissance eyeshadow palette on my eyes and a Colourpop lip on my lip and a newer foundation. So if you want to see how I got this look, then stay tuned. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below with the little bell next to it if you're new to my channel. I would love for you to join my little community. So I've already done my brows, as you can see, and I'm starting to use a bit of a new technique. Well, it's not a new technique, it's new to me. So something that I thought I would try out. But I've used the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in soft brown and also my L'Oreal Brow Artist Plumper in medium dark. Now I have just started to carve out my brow with a little bit of concealer afterwards. So just trying to get used to how that's looking and cleaning it up and just making it look a little bit more sharp. I'm still having sort of a fluffier brow at the front that with the brow mascara, I really sort of fluffy that area out. But just ignore this brow today. It's having a bad brow day. But this one is looking really, really good. And I just used, what did I use? I used the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer in medium light neutral. I have also primed my face, or partially primed my face. I've gone in with the Klara Zero Pores Primer. So I have patted that sort of through the T-zone area. And I've also primed my eyes using the Lorac Behind the Scenes Eye Primer. Let's just get straight into it. I'm going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. This palette's been out for quite a while and I held off and thought, do I need it? Do I need it? And I finally succumbed and thought, yeah, I think I do. I'd seen a few looks that I thought, oh, they're not quite so pinky toned, so I'm sure that you've all seen this palette before. It's very, very pink toned, but I did use it the weekend just gone for go to work and I did a sort of a bronzy look out of it and I was really happy with how it looked. Today I am going to go and choose some new glasses and get some contacts. I don't need to have an eye test. I had an eye test probably about 3 or 4 months ago. So I just decided that I want to get some new glasses. So yeah, don't want to do anything too dramatic, just something nice and natural-ish. So because I have primed my eyes, I'm going to go in with Tempera, the cream shade here, and just pop that all over the lid. I don't think that this shade is completely matte. It's got a bit of a satiny sort of finish to it. It's really, really nice. I'm going to go in with the next shade across, which is called Golden Ochre, and I'm going to pop that on a fluffy brush just through the crease. Oh, that's pretty. Sort of a mustardy brown. And I'm going to connect that round and run that under the lower lash line as well. These shadows have got a little bit of kick up, but I think it's not that they're dusty or anything like that. It's more so that they are soft and creamy, especially when you're popping a fluffy sort of brush into the palette. It is throwing up a little bit of shadow, but okay, I'm going to go into Raw Sienna, which is sort of a darker version, sort of a cooler brown, and just on a same kind of brush, fluffy brush, just a different one. Just going to run this sort of more into that outer area and slightly through the lower part of the crease. Just building up the colour. Go back to that first brush that we used Golden Ochre on and just make sure that those colours are all blended together. Do the inner sort of third of the eye, and I'm going to use, which colour here? This Primavera, which is a gold shimmery shade. And I'm just packing that straight on that first sort of third of my eye. And into that inner corner. up this red ochre, this shade here, and pop it in that outer corner. Just got a fluffy brush, don't want. I'm just sort of dusting it across the lid. And sort of up into that crease, just in that outer V. So I want to dip into every single shade in this palette for this look, but that's just a little bit silly. Brush is just a bit too big. I'm going to have to find another one. Okay, so I've just picked up a smaller crease brush, and yes, so I can pack that colour in it and just get right into that corner and run it along the outer half of that lower lash line. Oh, that colour is so pretty. Just going to that fluffier brush that we first started off with, that colour, and just give everything a bit of a blend, and then go back to those original transition shade brushes and just make sure everything is all blended together. Oh my goodness, who else is like loving warm toned eye looks at the moment? So I'm just going to quickly line my waterline and my tight line using the Stila Smudgestick Waterproof Eyeliner in Damsel. This is sort of a dark brown black. I'm just going to quickly do this off camera because nobody needs to see me lining my waterline and my tight line. Now, do I do some wing liner or not? Ooh, I don't know what to do. Yeah, I think I will. I'm just going to do a little bit of winged liner. I am using the Maybelline Hypersharp wing, so I'm just going to quickly do that off camera. Okay, lucky I wasn't recording that because, oh my god, trying to get those wings to line up. Does anyone else have that issue? So I threw on some mascara, just used my Max Factor Clump Defy mascara. And I also popped on a little bit of this Stila One Step Correct. Just felt like I had a little bit of redness and dullness happening with my skin at the moment. It suddenly decided it wants to get cold here in Queensland, which is so unusual for May. Like literally, I'm wearing a scarf and a jacket. Like this never happens in the start of May. Like it's just crazy weather. I'm going to color correct underneath my eyes first, and I'm just using the NYX Dark Circle Corrector in medium. Just trying out a new technique here. Usually I do this after I've done my foundation, but just trying out new things. See what works, what doesn't. I'm going to try a new foundation. This is the BECCA Ever Matte Shine Proof Foundation. I have not tried this before. It is in the shade Sand. It's on the front cover. Duh. So it's in the shade Sand, and I have a feeling it might be a touch too light for me. So I am thinking I'm going to mix in some of the Australis darkening drops. I'm kind of a bit on the fence about this. I don't know whether, I have a feeling I have tried, but I don't know. I have no idea. So I have that much foundation. I have no idea if I've tried it or not. So I'm just going to squeeze some out. Yeah, it's definitely way too light. That is Sand. Like, oh my goodness. So I'm going to pop some of this just on the other side of my hand, just because this is really pigmented. So you put too much, like that's way too much. And I grab a Q-tip and I pop a bit over with the actual foundation. God, it's still going to be too light. Ooh, I think I've just gone a touch too far now. Oh, it's gone really grey tone. Do you see that? That is not my skin colour. Oh my god, what am I going to do? I think that's going to be a big fat fail. Where's my wipes? Maybe I won't use those darkening drops. Maybe I'm just going to use a touch of that foundation, and I'm going to mix a bit of illuminator with it, and then I've got my concealer, which is sort of my skin tone. So maybe that'll help bring everything back to life. let's see how that goes, hey? So I'm only going to use a little squeeze of that. And the illuminator that I'm going to use is the Australis Liquid Strobe. This is in pink. Drop that there. Mix it together, make sure it mixes together okay. Sometimes some foundations don't mix well with other things. So I'm just going to use a beauty blender to apply this. Hello. It's not going to like... I have a feeling that I might have used this foundation and then took it off because I wasn't happy with how it looked on my skin. But I think if I just use a light layer, I can get away with it. Yep, see what it's doing? Can you... I need to zoom right in so you can see exactly what this is doing. And I think that this is what it did the last time. Just gonna focus properly. Can you see this? It's like sunk into my pores, even though I have used a pore filling primer. Just gonna see if I can really press it in so that it's not gonna like, I don't know what it does. It's like it's, oh, this is so frustrating. I feel like going out, my skin looking like shit. Does anyone else feel like that when they go out and they're like testing out a new foundation? You're like, my skin looks like shit. I don't want anyone to see me, especially being a makeup artist. People might think, oh god, she's gone out and look at her skin and she's gonna make me look like that if I go to her. It's like, you need to put a sign around my neck saying, I'm testing out a foundation. And that seems to have worked. I seem to be like buffing it like in the opposite direction and then pat back over it. I wouldn't say it's given any fantastic coverage or anything like that, but that's okay. I do find that on myself, any full cover foundations, just, I don't know, they tend to be really gloopy and just yuck on my skin. Okay, I'm going to leave it there and I'm going to conceal. Yes. So I've got two concealers, Naked Skin, which is what I used before, which is more like my skin tone colour, and then I've got my Tarte Shape Tape. And this is in light neutral. So I found with this, a little goes a long way and you blend it straight away, and I take it not right up underneath my eye, and that's where I place it, and I blend it up with my little sponge rather than placing it there and trying to, and it's too much coverage. Does that make sense? I do quite like the Tarte Shape Tape. It's very full coverage and very flawless, so you only need to use a tiny amount, which is so bizarre considering that the doe foot applicator on this is like triple the size of what a normal one is. Okay, so I've done that, and I'm going to use some of the Urban Decay ones, so this is more my skin tone. So just going to add it where I want a little bit more coverage. Use my small blender again. Just go back to my big beauty blender just to make sure everything is all blended out down the neck. Although I really didn't use hardly any of that foundation as it was, so I was going to set with the RCMA powder all over my face. I think I still will actually, because I was thinking at one stage there that I was going to need some more coverage and use like a powder foundation, but I think I'm looking okay. I'll pop some onto a, what do you call that? what do you call this? It's like a, wait, I don't know. Let's do some low-key baking. I was thinking about doing a video where I do the full bake, because I have never done that before, and I've never done it on a client either, to see what it actually looks like in real life, because I do wonder whether it looks like super duper cakey. I'm just going to use that little one just to set around all the little areas of my face. That foundation doesn't look so bad now. Huh. Well, what do you know? One thing is, this is a pain in the ass to get product out of. This doesn't give me a bit of a white cast, it doesn't make me any more whiter. It's alright, look, it's still a bit of bronzer. Now what I like to do after I've done all my under eye concealing and that kind of thing is I like to just go back in with my brush that I had product on and just go over that lower lash line. And then the top. Where was that brush? So I have that sort of golden sort of shimmery colour on. Done. I'm going to use my e.l.f. bronzer palette, and I'm just going to use a big brush, and I'm basically just going to go like this. Do I need to zoom out now? So you can see, ooh, that's the wrong way. Oh, I look really white. Why is that? That might be my lights that's doing that to me. I'm just going to throw some blush on. I'm using the MAC blush in Gingerly brush. So this is sort of like a contour colour, I guess, just something really natural. I really like this colour. It's just one of those colours that just looks natural on the face. Just going to blend it all out with my sponge. Like, what are you called? Because I went for that golden kind of colour on my eyes, I'm going to use a golden highlighter, and I'm just going to use this colour here out of the, which is this, the medium one? Medium high? Yes. Yes, the medium highlight colour out of the Maybelline, what are you called? Master Contour. Just buffing that right into the skin, not letting it sit on top or anything like that. I find sometimes if you get a highlighter and you feel like it just doesn't look right or it's too glittery, sometimes buffing it right into the skin really helps. A little pencil brush and just using that same highlight colour on my Cupid's bow, tip of the nose, bridge of the nose. That kind of gets covered with my glasses, and my inner corner. Just bounce the blender over the top, make sure it's all pressed in. So sometimes I find after I've done all my powders and stuff that I have a little bit of powder fall down on my lashes. So I usually go in with my second coat of mascara. Now, of course that depends on what the mascara is like and if it likes to take a second coat and doesn't go too clumpy either. I'm going to go with a dark lip. I'm not sure. I'm not sure now. I think it's going to be too dark. But I really want to try this Ultra Satin Lip from Colourpop. This is in the colour Hutch. Maybe I'll just do like a really light layer and just sort of buff it with, I've been seeing this trick lately where people have been just putting on a light layer it's not too crisp or anything like that, and they've been buffing out the edge like with your finger or with a Q-tip. So let's see how that goes, hey? Whoa, that's really dark. Ooh, that mattes down, like it starts to set. Holy crap, I thought I had some playtime. Just want to try and mix a bit of lip balm. It might give me a bit more playtime with it. Crap, I feel like I've taken off. Well, that's better. Just that sort of mulberry sort of stained look is what I was after. And take off what's on the inside of your lips, otherwise that's going to be on your teeth and nobody needs to see that, hey. Well, I'm really happy with how that turned out, considering I was a bit like, ugh, with that foundation. It's sitting really nicely on my skin now. It doesn't look like it's settled. Usually I can tell with my skin almost straight away whether it's going to settle into pores and stuff like that. Looks really nice and matte, but I think adding that illuminator into it really helped make it look so flat. So just going to pop on some setting spray. I've been testing out the Rimmel Insta Fix and Go. This is a primer, 2-in-1 primer and setting spray. I can't say whether it's fantastic or anything like that because I don't think I've tested it out enough. It does come out in like, it doesn't come out in a nice big mist. It's really quite a fine mist, so you have to like go all over your face. But it smells nice. So just let that dry down. And there's the final look for you guys. So I'm going to go and have a coffee and go to the optometrist and see if I can get myself some contacts and some new glasses, hey? So I hope you enjoyed the video today, guys, and I will see you in my next one. And thank you so much for watching. Bye! Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel.